Chicago Network is on the air. Hello, everybody. I'm Ryan Yanishanis, and it's time to focus. And today we're focusing on Super Bowl 59. We focused on the teams the last 2 days. Now let's preview the game. Again, it's going to be 5:30 p.m. Central on Fox. It'll be Kevin Burkhardt and Tom Brady getting his first year on the broadcast. It was hard to get used to his voice because it's higher pitched, but now used to it. Going to get ready to hear him call his first Super Bowl. That should be exciting as well, as he'll be doing, like I said, with Kevin Burkhardt on Fox. Kendrick Lamar going to be singing, going to be doing the halftime show. A lot of drama around that. There's even odds out for Kendrick Lamar and his performance. So that's all that stuff. And then you get to the Super Bowl. Well, let's look back 2 years ago, 2023, when the Eagles and they were the first on the way to the possible three-peat for the Philadelphia Eagles. Let's talk about the Super Bowl 57. I believe this one was in Phoenix or in Arizona. Patrick Mahomes was 21 for 27, 182 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Sounds very Patrick Mahomes. But listen to Jalen Hurts' stats as well. 27 for 38, 304 yards, but only 1 touchdown. And then, of course, those are passing touchdowns. And then the Eagles, at halftime, led 24-14. So you're finally starting to think, okay, 1 year of Mahomes, that was it. It'll be done. But what we've learned probably even since then is that you never doubt the Kansas City Chiefs until that final second. You give them 13 seconds left, and they're going to roll with it. And the Eagles, like I said, led that. They lose 38-35 with the Harrison Butker game-winning field goal. And I think that's really, when you look at all the grand scheme of things, that was the start of it. I mean, that was the first. Of course, they did win in 2020, and then to get back there in 2023 to be able to beat the Eagles. None of these games, I mean, the first one against the Niners was a double digit. Besides that, these have been close games the Kansas City Chiefs. And you look at this year, they escaped some games. Like they barely escaped some of these. They didn't play great. Now, of course, you look at I think the Texans played the best. For some reason, I keep turning to them. Texans played very well in their game against the Kansas City Chiefs. You take away some of those penalties, what we're not going to get into, you possibly see the Texans be able to be the team to stop Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. And you thought it was going to be Josh Allen, and he was just missing passes. And I know there was a couple calls in that game as well, but you still put all that together, and I still think that was the team to be able to do it, and they didn't. They were unable to stop him. And then you go, I mean, the Eagles as well. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley. If the Chiefs are going to win this game, they know they're going to have to stop Saquon Barkley. They're going to be on that. So I think what you're going to have to see is the passing game by the Eagles and Jalen Hurts. He's got some star receivers. Use them. And you're also going to see, but it just seems like Patrick Mahomes, when he's out there, he finds the open guys we've never even heard of. And he finds them and gets it into the score. That's how great and special this Kansas City Chiefs team is. We might see history in 2 nights of a three-peat in the NFL. Something we've never seen. And we might get the opportunity to see it. Some want it, some don't. But I still think it's fun to be a part of it, and it's just you cannot doubt this. You cannot doubt this Chiefs team. But this Eagles team, Saquon Barkley's had an unbelievable year. I said it on I believe Wednesday's show. You put this team together, and you put Saquon Barkley, and you have in a league where it's mainly quarterbacks that win the MVP. Saquon deserves the MVP this year. Now, could he get the Super Bowl MVP? We'll see. Because it's really going to be, I think he's third. Obviously, it's the 2 quarterbacks, Mahomes and Hurts, because it's not going to be a receiver or a tight end, because the guy who's throwing it to him is the quarterback, so they're not going to get it. So I think my betting odds would be, if the Eagles are winning this game, Saquon Barkley is winning your MVP. I think they're going to have him, and he's just been lights out in the way. I mean, 7 rushing touchdowns in that win over the Commanders. Dallas Cowboys had 6 rushing touchdowns all year. That's special. So a great job by the Eagles to get here. Great job by the Chiefs. My prediction: I'm rooting for the Eagles to win this game. I don't want to see the three-peat. I'm over the Chiefs, but it's history. And to be able to say you've been a part of history, I'm also okay with that. So I'm rooting for the Eagles. By the way, I spent a week there in April, WrestleMania. I loved that city. Fell in love with it. Didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did. Philly cheesesteaks, casino, Phillies game, being at Lincoln Financial Field for WrestleMania, all that. Enjoyed it all. But I'm never, ever again going to doubt Patrick Mahomes. I got Chiefs over Eagles, three-peat. That's my prediction. I think that's what's going to happen. Now, prove me wrong, Philadelphia, But I think when you look at the end of the day, Patrick Mahomes is the guy. He's the star. He's the stud. He's the guy. He's the face of the NFL, and he has a chance to make history. And you're not gonna stop him from doing that. You're not gonna stop Andy Reid. You're not gonna stop this team. I got Chiefs. If I'm betting it, Chiefs over Eagles to close things out and have a three-peat. We'll see if that'll be the case. Monday, we'll be recapping Super Bowl 59, and the rest of the week, we will be premiering I Was Theirs from over the winter, as well to kind of reset Hello Chicago Network, because we get back to focusing about Bulls, Blackhawks, and then even spring training and baseball coming in. So we'll talk about more of that next week. So comment below, what's your Super Bowl prediction? Who's winning the Super Bowl? Am I wrong? Am I right? I don't know. And then also like the video if you like what you hear. And don't forget to subscribe to the Hello Chicago Network YouTube channel. Every Monday through Friday, 3:12 Central, we are focusing on sports, mainly Chicago sports. But when we're talking Super Bowl, no Chicago sports involved. I'm Ryan Yadashadas from the Hello Chicago Network, and we're the focus of Chicago sports.